badil. Mambri katus yakando dudu gombadus. Labru katus yakaturia. Yende kaprude de kind dudu gombariane kea. Jibruda shikaprude de kindus. Labri katuria. Jikaprude aindo gordo. Jita suka bruni de kai dudu gombadil. Mambri katus yakando dudu gombadus. Labru katus yakaturia. Yende kaprude de kind dudu gombariane kea. Jibruda shikaprude de kindus. Labri katuria. Jikaprude aindo gordo. Jita suka bruni de kai dudu gombadil. Mambri katus yakando dudu gombadus. Labru katus yakaturia. Yende kaprude de kind dudu gombariane kea. Jibruda shikaprude de kindus. Labri katuria. Jikaprude aindo gordo. Jita suka bruni de kai dudu gombadil. Mambri katus yakando dudu gombadus. Labru katus yakaturia. Yende kaprude de kind dudu gombariane kea. Jibruda shikaprude de kindus. Labri
you all in the name of Jesus Christ. May the God of peace be with you. I welcome you to our wonderful Melchizedek appearance session. I believe today God is going to develop us deeply in the issues of visions and dreams. Yes, these are the food that appears through the very same visions that you received in your deep sleep. In your deep sleep. Remember, this is Zechariah chapter 4. He says, I was though like asleep in the deep sleep. The angel of the Lord came, arose me from the deep sleep, and said, what do you see? What do you see? Then he said, you saw the candlesticks joined to the lampstand, to the seven pipes, which
Recording
are the
in progress.
Seven spirits of God. We mean complete power. It's Revelation chapter 5. These are the seven horns, seven seal of God, which are the seven lamps, which are all complete authority. So as men and women of God, we should understand that God in his heart, he wants to see all of us fulfilling his purpose here on earth. Without his purpose, we cannot do it. And the purpose which God gives you, he doesn't give you apart by not giving you the food to sustain thy purpose. Remember Jeremiah 29, I have plans for you, not to harm you, but to prosper you. So difficult times will come where you feel harmed, but you must understand the plan of God as a woman of God, as a man of God, depending on the food. Because he says, I have plans for you not to harm you, meaning a harm, you feel harmed, but he is prospering you. Just as Elijah took his journey running away from the covenant of King Ahab and Jezebel herself, he slept under the broom tree. A broom tree, that's where God gave him the bread, and he says he prepared for him a hot bread. A hot bread, we mean bread, food for angels. This is the kind of food that takes one into a mystery in fulfillment of the purpose. So look at the life of Elijah, how God successfully used him. But later, being given food for angel, he ended up ascending on high, taken by the chariots. We need to trace it clearly. Where is it coming from? Because he already concluded the same sickness that Elijah had was the same sickness that Jonah had. Both of them, they asked God to take their life. So when you go through a harm, a challenge, a trouble, it's not time to utter words of taking your life. Because I just check. Both of them, though they were given food for angels, later their ministries was terminated. Though God showed them a great sign, a very great sign, both of their ministry was terminated. And how? Both of them, they prayed the same prayer. Lord, take my life. I cannot do it. Kill me. Elijah said it. He said, kill me. Jonah said the same way and said, take my life. So in the midst of the ministry, when things are difficult, when things are harming you, when things are trying to work against you, it's time to depend on the bread. Meditate on the bread. Meditate on what proceeds from the mouth of God, not from what you feel. So when it comes to Jonah, Jonah knew something concerning God before his ministry. He knew something because when it comes to Jonah chapter 4, he explained before God could send him. Even when he took the route into Tarshish. Knowing something about God is not to oppose what we know concerning God. That's why you will not find Abraham praying against Genesis 14. God brought out, meaning Melchizedek brought out bread and the wine, gave it to whom? He gave it to Abraham. As he gave it to Abraham, as Abraham ate the bread, now his sword was no longer natural, though he was fighting battle, conquering battle. But later, if you can just check his life, it became a life of encounter, a life of realms. After he ate from Melchizedek, the main thing it was to fulfill that which God was and what he had spoken to him when he went out in his hometown. Because Genesis 12, he said, Abraham, while he was Abram, go out, leave your father's house, go to the place which I will show you, and in the place I will bless you. So on the road, God put a bread and the wine. What was that purpose for? What was the bread and the wine given for? It was to fulfill that which God has said. So Abraham, leaving his hometown, his father's house, his brothers, his household, going to the place, he knew something. Just as Jonah knew something concerning God. So as men and women of God, you must understand such. When God sends you, you will know something about him. Guard your steps. Check yourself. Check your words. What you pray, what you say with your mouth. Because you might end up saying against the words which God has spoken, or you might end up speaking against that which you know concerning God. Let's go to the book of Jonah. Bayethe, bayethe, wehlukile, awulinganiswa. Let's go straight to the book of Jonah, because the thing that which God wants to teach us today, it's very, 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 very important. Very important. Moment you are sent by God to do his work, to go and preach the gospel, you need to understand such. As a woman of God, as a man of God, you have to know such. If you don't know such, on the way when troubles comes, when persecution comes, when trials comes, times of time comes, you might end up speaking against your divine. Imagine living so long life, a long journey against your divine. It becomes a false life. So Jonah knew something concerning God. As he knew something concerning God, and God had to send him, already putting his word in his heart. This is Jonah's ministry. A reason why I want us to focus on this matter. It is because this is what dims visions. This is what dims dreams. This is what makes one not to complete their appearances of Melchizedek. There's no way on the way Abraham could come and say, I regret why God gave me bread and the wine. No, you will fight battles. There's no way David in the belly of the evil where you will say, I regret the oil that God has poured in my head. There's no way. All of them, they were fighting, though they were in the belly of the battles. David says in Psalm 23, thou we prepare a table in front of my enemies. Some dreams will not come when there's no battle. They will come when there is a battle. That's why when it comes to Genesis chapter 14, Abraham was from battling kings. Let's clap for Jesus. Let's clap for Jesus. Let's clap for our master. He was from the battling king so that he may fulfill that which he knew about God. God has already said, he already said it. God has already said it. Leave your country, your father's house, to every prepare for him. He is found in the valley of Shaveh, where the enemy, put it this way, God said to him, I'm sending you. Genesis 12, God said, go to the land. Go to. Today, God is going to show many now. I want to take you through such so that you can understand who you are, where you come from, to understand such as men and women of God. Listen to this. Listen to this, men and women of God. Listen to this. Did not God say to Abraham, leave your father's house? That he said to him, go to Fellowship. I don't want you to miss this because it's very important. It's very, very, very important. Genesis 12. Because many want to enter in the land smooth. You want to enter in your dream smooth. You want to enjoy your okay, listen. Now the get this, men and women of God. I want you to pay attention. Then we are going to pray after that. Listen to this. Genesis 12. Now the Lord said to Abraham, get out of your country, from your family, from your father's house, to the land that I will show you. You see, some of you, God will make it purposely to leave your household, your father's house. Reason that you may not pick up the curse of the firstborn. Chapter 1. By taking you from the vision, Melchizedek has not yet appeared yet in this book. It is God speaking to him. He hasn't met with Melchizedek yet. He hasn't eaten the bread yet. He hasn't drank the wine yet.
la bricaturia, chica bruni, aindo
When he
gordo.
left in his household to go to the cities, he knew something concerning God. So listen, Abraham, get out of your country, from your house, father's house, your family, and to the land I will show you. Listen, now let's explain the land. Let's explain the land. Once you get this land, woman of God, your dreams will not be troubled. You are holding on the dream without noticing that you will not enter the dream. Okay, let me put it this way. Let's explain the land. Now listen, you will get it straight after this. I will make you a great nation. I will bless you. I will make your name great. You shall be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you. I will curse those who curse you. And in all the families of the earth shall be blessed. So, listen to this. I repeat. I will make you a great nation. I will bless you. So you hold on to this very same word. Now, speaks to you through your vision. I will use you. I will take you to a mystery. I will use you. I will use your hand. You will preach the gospel. You will raise the dead. You are not aware that when you go to that land, you are not going to enter smooth.
Jita suka bruni de kaide do gobadi. Mambrika do gobadu.
In the valley,
Abruka
because God sent him to a land
bruni de
which God
kaide do
will
gobadi
bless him.
andikea.
You
Jibruka
will be fruitful, you will be a great nation.
Turia.
What was
Jika
he
bruni
doing in the
kaide
valley
gordo.
of Shabbat, fighting with kids? Suppose God saying to you, Victoria,
Jita suka bruni de
you are
kaide
to
do
live.
gobadi.
Hey,
Mambrika
your house,
do
and
gobadu.
and then I will bless you. Then there will be people who come. Then you will receive the seed.
La bricaturia, chica bruni, aindo gordo. Jita suka bruni de kaide do gobadi. Mambrika do gobadu. Turia, Yende, Caprune de Caino, Mariane Gea, Gibruta, Caprune de Cainus, La Bricaturia, Caprune, Aindo Gordo.
John 6, Jesus spoke a mystery. It's not Moses. Who it was my father.
Jita suka bruni de kaide do gobadi. Mambrika do gobadu. La brucadusia caturia. Yende caprune de kaide do gobariane gea. Gibruta caprune de kainus. La bricaturia. Caprune. Aindo gordo. Jita suka bruni de kaide do gobadi. Mambrika do gobadi.
Forget if I say you are going to a place which I will bless you. I will, in that nation, I will bless you. For you to reach to that land, you are passing other land. You are passing other lands. And in those fields, there are enemies. In those fields, there are tribulations. Every land, every environment, there is its own challenge. Some lands are dry, there's no water. You are passing there, you are going to your land, that which God promised you. Some land, there are serpents. Some lands are Philistines. Some lands are Amalekites. Some lands are Amarasites. Some lands you will find different type of people to try to block you. That's why Abraham, there was no way. There was no way he could not pass through the valley of Shaveh. Because many, God keep on guiding you with the vision. And you rather choose to go a different direction, for the direction you have to take is very difficult. And it's a road that you have to take. It's what Jesus said. Many walk on the white gate, for it is wide and it's open, it's smooth. Those who walk on the narrow gate, and narrow, it's very difficult. So Abraham, leave your country. So now we find Abraham no longer in the nation where God said, I will bless you, I will make a nation. Now we find Abraham carrying a sword. Did God speak to him concerning the sword? Except when the appearance comes, there's a root for that appearance. When the dream comes, there is a root for that dream. When God sends you, there is something that you have to know concerning God. No matter how the lands are challenging, no matter the route becomes difficult, don't be found uttering words against what God has revealed unto you. So Elijah trembled in his body. He said, take my life. Jonah trembled in his body. He said, take my life. Both of them, Elijah and Jonah, suffered with same sickness. Why? A dream. When God gives you a dream, get this revelation. When God gives you a dream, when God gives you a dream, I'm talking about the dream, clear vision. Say clear vision. Look at your neighbor. If you don't have a neighbor, look at the walls. Say clear vision. Clear vision. So when God gives you a dream, where you are going, it will work as though it is not. It's Jeremiah 29. I have plans for you, not to harm you, so you will feel harmed. So a dream that you had, it do not appear as though exactly you saw it. We have to pass through the valley of Shaveh. When people are in the valley of Shaveh, now they turn and look at God and say, God, but you said I'm going to a land. No, Bethel. It's time to Bethel. And what will help you to Bethel is leading you. When you Bethel, it's leading you into the land that which God has promised. Let's not forget, such men and women of God get this revelation. God says, I will bless you. What is it that God has to get in return? Let his enemies suffer, you kill his enemies. So you must know that there is a purpose that God wants to fulfill through you before you reach into a land. What was the blessing for? What was the blessing for? Do you think God can just select you just to bless you? No, there's something you have to kill. For him, that which he will assure his blessing and give it to you. Why after Abraham finished his battles, after Abraham finished his battles in the valley of Shaveh, that's where now God appeared. Melchizedek comes. Why he did not come to him before he battled? So you kill kings, you kill God, you will receive food that will lead you into what God has said concerning you. So never have this mentality of having a dream and then you saw a wheelbarrow in a dream, and then when in the journey a wheelbarrow appeared. Don't worry, men and women of God, we will get there today. We will get there. We'll get there. Get this mystery. We will get there. So you dream a wheelbarrow. When you wake up, you want to say a wheelbarrow. You want to go out by the door and see a wheelbarrow. You smooth are kings that you need to kill, and which are the enemies against God. I believe when God looked at Abraham, he made a promise, knowing that there is something he will gain in return. Let's pray for Jesus. You a dream. God gives you a dream, knowing that there is something you will gain in return. This is the reason why after you dream, after you put your dream, Joseph leaves his dream, his enemies rose in his household. There was not anything that caused his brothers to hate him except through his dream. They never hated him. Of the dreams you will share among his brothers. So you expect to have a dream. Once you have a dream that is unique, already they are battle. God does something that he wants in return. And you have to understand, that's where battle begins. David busy there in the wilderness. God says, I have found myself a king. God cannot just found you for no purpose. And God, when he anointed him, he never spoke of the valley. He never said you will be in the valley of the evil. He never said you will meet with Goliath. He never said, come on, he never said you will be a warrior. He said, I found myself a king. He anointed him. He puts the oil upon his head. As David walked, now he's in the valley. So a valley is very important. Men and women of God, for God, you ought to find the battle And what kind of the battles to get the wine after you kill that which is of the enemy? He gets what is of return, and you get what he has promised you. Let's step for our master. I want you to look at dreams differently now. Don't say, hey. You wake up early in the morning. My God, I dream raising the dead. I dream healing the sick. I dream being a great woman of God. Also enjoy the part that is written for God. And the part that is enjoyable, it's what takes endurance for it to complete it. Jonah was not going to die, but he left the truth. Go there. Listen to this. Listen to this. Jonah chapter 4. Listen to Jonah. It says, listen to Jonah. Do you understand this, men and women of God? Yes. Thank you. Listen to this. Listen to this. But, okay, Jonah's anger and God's kindness. Oh. But it displeased Jonah exceedingly. He became angry. What displeased Jonah is the path that which was not mentioned in the dream. Let's look. So you are a man of God in a dream. You raise the dead to you that in order for that exceeding the man in you, the things that you have to go through them. Just as he said to Abraham, while he was Abraham, leave your father's house. So you are excited. I'm leaving my father's house. I'm going to the land which God will bless me. He will give you. Come on, He will make me a great nation. Now you are not aware. There is a chapter in the dream that which was not revealed. There are kings as your stumbling blocks in the valley, which you have to battle with them, so that you may know food for angels. That's why after Abraham finishes battle, Melchizedek appears, giving him bread and the wine. Listen to this. But it was displeased in Jonah exceedingly. He became angry. So when God begins to show you that which He never show you in a dream, when you go through what you go through, that which was not revealed in your dream, don't be angry. Rejoice. Rejoice always. I say rejoice always. James chapter 1. Consider joy when you go through many troubles. So those troubles were not revealed in the dream. In the dream, you heal the sick. In the dream, you raise the dead. In the dream, all things are possible. In the dream, you are a king. There's a order to reach into a land which God has promised to you. If you get this, you will not hate your dreams. If you get this, you will enjoy your dreams. That's why there are many people when they dream deep stuff, they end up canceling them, for they are afraid of the chapter that can take them into those dreams. Have the mentality of wisdom, celestial wisdom. I mean, you understand. Dreams are very complicated. Dreams are very, 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 very unique. God can show you a bicycle and not show you a cat that you have to kill to ride that bicycle. So you go approaching the bicycle with the mentality of riding the bicycle. Here is a cat appearing. Here is the pit appearing. Here Joseph he was not told. Joseph was not told about being sold into a foreign country. He was not told about his name being announced as a dead person while he's still alive. He was not told when they thought that one day you will be in the pit. He was not told. The dreams of Joseph. I saw your sheep bowing down to my sheep. Hallelujah. And the father make him a garment of priesthood. He never received a curse of the firstborn. No, he got a garment. So the garment took him, come on, big dress today, with the garment of Melchizedek that will call the journeys, all the battles, all the valleys that we have to go through, big dress for it. That's why 1 Kings chapter 19, Elijah rose, eat, for your journey will be, if you don't eat, your journey will be too much for you. If you don't dress, your journey might be too much for you. So it's very important to depend to reveal what Jonah knew when he started his ministry. Listen. So he prayed, verse 2. We are in Jonah, Jonah, keep this, man and woman of God. There's something that Jonah knew. There is something that Jonah knew when he started his ministry. Just as Abraham knew. Leave your country, you go to a place. In that nation, I'll bless you. Anyone who curses you, I will curse. Anyone who bless you, I will bless. In that nation. So here's the mentality of going to a land which God will bless you, you will live there. But the kings in the valley were not revealed. That's how dreams operate. So when he was in the valley battling with kings, not one king. Never fought one king. You kill a king today, another king come. You kill another king come. He killed. That's why when Melchizedek came, he wanted, come on, let's clap for Jesus. Let's clap for our master. Hebrews 7. Hebrews 7. It says, how great was this Melchizedek? Even the purchase of Abraham paid tithe. God got what he needed in return. What was in return? That which belongs to God, which was in the enemy, came back to God. So now, take the bread and the wine. I'm taking you to a land which I promised you. So God will not show you what he needs in return when he sends you. Oh my God. Are you aware that as Jonah preached the message in Nineveh, God received what he needed in return? That's why as Jonah left 9 cities in the development of the wind in the mountains. I mean, Nineveh, the cities in development in the mountains. When he left, he went in the side of east, angry, sleeping there, to show that God was excited with what Jonah has done. As he was sleeping, a tree grew up. Jesus Elijah slept on under the broom tree. He slept under the broom tree, a bread. So when you see God still giving you the bread, when God still doing miracles, hold on. It's not time to be angry. It's not time to give up. It's time to press on fire. God was pleased with Jonah. He received what was in his return. And what was it? What was in his return? The 9 cities has now accepted his message. Remember what happened? Chapter 3. Kings left their positions. They left all animals, fasted from the child to the elder. They fasted, they worship the true God. So God received the lost that he needed. Just as Abraham, what he collected from all kings, what he collected from all kings, he took it in return to God. That's why tithe is not yours, it's of God. God takes what belongs to him. Abraham paid tithe. Who helped you to kill those kings? Who helped you to find that job? Who helped you to run that business? Who helped you? Give what belongs to God and give what belongs to the Caesar. So listen to this, man and woman of God. We are in the ministry of Jonah. Listen to this. Jonah chapter 4. Can I allow you to read 1, 2, 3? Let's go. Verse 1. Yes. Yes. And he said, therefore, stop there. Stop there. Stop there. So he prayed to the Lord and said, Lord, in my country before I started the ministry. Therefore I fled previously. So Jonah disobeyed God because he knew something concerning God. What was it? Therefore he fled previously to the Tarshish, for I know that you are gracious. So don't oppose God by knowing something concerning him. Knowing something about God can cause you, just like these people who know something concerning grace. Paul says, should we continue sinning? Should we continue sinning so that the grace of God can abound in us? Then he says, no, by no means. So come in confidence. When you receive grace, it's not time to sin and say, I will be forgiven again. You don't listen, knowing something about God. Pastor Pare, now he's only down. Meaning Jonah went to Tarshish knowing that God will forgive him. For he knows that God is gracious, is merciful. So don't do something wrong because knowing how God will treat you. It might reach into a level where it's no longer operating. Why God brought a tree for him and later it withered? Meaning his anger was no longer monitored. When you have anger, offense, there's a level where God will help you to deal with that, to kill it. But there's a level where now it will no longer be bearable, uncontrollable. Even when God show you a miracle, you will not believe that this is a miracle. That's why many people, when they were supposed to be rewarded, they died. Why do you, after building such a big auditorium, you die? Why after preaching so many years, helping people, when you have to